Good morning, boys and girls. We are going to talk about starfish today. Okay? So, here's the word starfish. Now, a starfish is also called a sea star. There's the word. Starts with the letter S. Starfish. Okay? Now, like I said, a starfish, also called a sea star, is an animal that lives in the ocean. It's not a fish. Even though the word fish is in its name, it's not a fish, not a kind of fish. Okay? Starfish are found at the bottom of the ocean. You know how you have all the water and then you have the sand on the bottom of the ocean? The starfish hang out on the bottom of the ocean and they creep along, crawling slowly around the bottom of the ocean. So let's talk a little bit about a starfish and then we will make a starfish. Okay, starfish have very bumpy, bony, spiny skin. Okay, I know you guys can't feel that through the camera, but maybe a close up there. Okay, look at this guy. See, it's rough. Their skin is rough and bumpy. Every starfish is different, and there are so many different kinds of starfish in our world. So many different colors. They're so beautiful. Now, most starfish, but not all, but most starfish have 5 arms. See its arms? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5, so does this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to show you a picture of a starfish that has a lot more than 5 arms. Now, the cool thing about a starfish, let's say this guy is on the bottom of the ocean, hanging out, and a fish comes along that likes to eat starfish and bites off his leg and eats his leg. Do you think the starfish will die? No, that's the cool thing about starfish. It can grow back its arm. If it loses one of its arm, it can grow it back. That's a very big fancy word called regenerate. Okay, that means it grows it back. Very cool about starfish. Okay, something else very cool about starfish. You know where its eyes are? On the tip of its arms. He has eyes on the tips right here of his arms. And guess where his mouth is? Boop, underneath. There's its mouth. Underneath, on the underside, right in the middle, is the starfish's mouth. Okay? Now, a starfish, like we said, crawls along the bottom. It's hard to see it with these guys, but it's got all kind of little, they're called suction cups, that help the starfish stick to the bottom of the ocean, and it helps it move along. Okay? All right, let's put these guys aside. Now, these used to be real. Okay, this guy is not. It's just a little cutie. But these used to be real, but when a starfish dies, the ocean waters carries it up onto the sands of the beach and their body gets dried out. Okay, so that's what that is. All right, today, well, first let's look at some pictures, all right, and then we'll start making our starfish. This starfish I had to show you. Look how beautiful. It's blue. They come in all different colors, amazing colors. It's a blue one. This is the kind that we see a lot that'll be washed up on the beach. It's like orangey brown. And look at a purple one. How beautiful. Now remember Miss Lori told you that some of them have more than 5 legs? You ready? Look at all those legs. They're crazy. And not only is he bumpy, but he's got like little spines coming out of his legs. That's a very cool one. All right, and here's just a few more pictures, and then we'll get drawing here. Look at this. How beautiful, right? You see red ones, pink ones, blue ones, purple ones, right? Here you have a reddish orange one, and a pretty one there. Look at these, aren't they beautiful? Look at all those legs. Another one with lots of legs. Okay? All right. So they come in great colors. They have different patterns on them. And that's what we're going to make. We are going to make starfish today with different patterns on them and different textures, right? We've talked about that word. Okay, Mom and Dad, I put up a PDF called Starfish on Class Story. So there were 2 on the page, so I printed out a few of them. And I'm going to make a suggestion. Don't cut the whole starfish out. Cut it. I cut mine like this in 2 pieces because we're going to do something with, we're going to do crayon rubbings, and it's easier if it's the whole paper and then you cut it out. Okay, so boys and girls, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take crayons and pick some of your favorite colors, okay? And we are going to take our starfish and put them on top of different things you can find around the house and rub the crayon over it and make a crayon rubbing for our starfish. We have to peel the paper off the crayons. I know a lot of times in school, Miss Laurie said, don't take the paper off the crayons, but for this craft, we need to take the paper off the crayons, okay? All right, now, so we're gonna make crayon rubbings. What are we gonna rub our crayons and our paper on? This is the fun part. You and Mommy and Daddy look around your house. That's what Miss Laurie did this morning. I went all around my house and I looked for things that are not smooth. I don't want anything smooth. I want something bumpy or like with a little pattern on it. So here's what Miss Laurie found. Miss Laurie found this. I had this on my table. Okay, a little decoration. And you see how it's like a little bumpy there? So I'm going to use that. And then in my bathroom, I found a little soap holder. And look at that. See how that's rough looking? That'll be a good one to use. Then I went in my kitchen and I found a pizza pan. Look at that. See all the bumps? So that's going to come out really cool. Then I went in the bathroom and I found this thing that Miss Linda uses when she uses her curling iron. She puts it on this mat so it doesn't burn the bathroom counter. And that has, look at all the raised bumps on there. So that's going to be a good one. What else did Miss Laurie find? I made my own little rubbing card. I glued buttons down. You could do something like that. If you have buttons or sequins, you could glue them down and that would be a good rubbing card. Okay, and then a sponge. See how it's all rough on this side and a little different on that side? You could do both sides. Try both sides out. You look around your house. See what other cool things that you could find, okay? Mom and Dad, you could even do like if you have a pillow or your couch, if it has a texture on it. Sometimes a wall will have a bumpy texture, or tiles. You could go outside and let the kids put the starfish up against a tree and rub the crayon on that for the tree bark. Anything that will give it a cool texture. Okay, all right, I'm gonna just do a few examples. I want to do the pizza pan first, Mr. Rick. You ready? Okay, so you take your starfish, guys. I'll take a blue crayon. You put it on your surface that you're gonna rub and just rub. Go all over so that you, look at that, oh my goodness. See how my starfish came out? And then after you're all done, you cut around the starfish. So it looks like a real starfish, all bumpy. Okay, so that's one example. Do another few examples because I really like this. All right, I'm gonna take orange. This is like orangey red. And this is called a doily. I'm gonna put it on top of my doily. There's my starfish. Here I go. Lay your crayon flat, guys. We're not coloring like this. We're laying the crayon flat when we do rubbings, okay? What do you think, Mr. Rick? Cool? Okay, look at that one. That's a cool one, right? Okay. I want to do a few more. Let's do this one. Let's do the mat. You ready? I'll do purple. The word on the mat even came out. Look at that guy. He has big bumps. And I'll do one more. What should I do? Let's do the buttons. Want to do the buttons? Let's do the buttons. Oh, the button one's coming out very cool. And you can move your starfish around, like if one of the legs didn't get covered, move it around. Okay? Move it all over. Oops, my book fell. That was from the buttons. Cool. Wait, one more, because this is a really good one. I gotta show you this one. My little soap holder from my bathroom. Look at that. That's kind of cool, huh? And again, remember, hold your crayon flat and move it all around and move your paper around so you get the whole starfish covered. So look, see, they look all different, see? And they actually look like they have bumps on them, like a spiny texture, like a real starfish. Now, next thing you would do is cut them out, have mommy and daddy cut them out, okay? Then you could even decorate them some more. Just show you quick, Miss Lori's gonna put some glitter glue dots. You can make dots like this. I'm putting 3 dots on each arm and count how many dots you're putting. Okay, I know you guys love glitter glue. Look, see? Let me count my dots, Mr. Rick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whoops, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 I put on that one. Now, Miss Lori's not going to put dots on all of them, but you get the idea, right? So if you have glitter glue at home, you could make dots on your starfish to make him look like a real bumpy. See the dots there on the real guy? And you could use your glitter glue for that. You could use regular glitter if you want to shine up your starfish, okay, and decorate them. So that was the crayon rubbings. That's a lot of fun, and Miss Lori wants to see them, so send me pictures, okay? Now, one other thing we're going to do that you can make, this is a second way to make a starfish. And with this one, Mom and Dad, put it in a pan, because it could get a little messy. And I cut out, this time I cut them out. This time it's easier to cut them. I cut 2 starfish out, and I'm going to use watercolor paints. You don't have, if you have regular paint, water it down. It should be watered down. Okay, and boys and girls, you're just gonna paint your starfish with your watercolors, okay? Paint it up. I'm gonna do this one pink. And you can mix colors on it. We know we do that a lot, right? Okay, I'm gonna add another color to this guy. Hold on. What do you think, Mr. Rick? Maybe a little bit of yellow? Might be pretty. Ooh, look at that, huh? That is pretty, right? Now, while it's very wet, what you're going to do, Mommy's gonna help you, and Daddy, they're gonna give you some salt. And you're gonna sprinkle the salt on your starfish. Right on it. Come on out, salt, there it goes. Now, moms and dads, this works the best if it's wet. So make sure you really water down your paint if you're not using the liquid watercolors. Okay, really water it down. And you could use regular salt, the regular table salt. If you have the coarse sea salt at home, that works even better. Okay, but the regular one works too. So boys and girls, what you do is you cover your starfish, right, with liquid watercolor, and then right away, because we don't want it to dry yet, sprinkle the salt. Now, you have to let these guys dry. When they dry, they are gonna look so cool. Can you see already how the salt is making a really cool design on your starfish? You see that, Mr. Rick? When it's all dry, and it takes a while, you could brush the salt off, and you're gonna see what's left behind. Miss Lori's gonna put a picture up on Claire's story of how her starfish came out when they're dried. Okay? All right. So there you have it. Some starfish with crayon rubbings, with different things that you found around the house. And also starfish with watercolors sprinkled with salt. Okay, guys, have fun, and remember, show Miss Lori those pictures, okay? All right, see you later. Love you.